This simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly. Let's fight together. Simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly. Let's fight together.
बहन के भाई कोचिंग की याद बोलते हैं कोई बहन के भाई कोचिंग की आओ पुष्पा मार छोड़ देगा तुम्हारी याद बोलते हैं कोई भाई कोचिंग की आओ मार छोड़ देगा तुम्हारी
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Marked a location. 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 Watch out! Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location. Watch out! Marked a location. Marked a Marked a location. Watch out! Marked a location.
Mohammad Siraj is the fact that Jasprit Bumrah with his action and release point can actually get the ball moving both ways. A lot more coming into the right-hander, but also has the ability to take it away, whereas a Siraj, more often than not, because of his action, will only bend down. We'll have to call it not the best of shots because he's seen it on release and thought it was an out swinger and threw his hands at it. The ball ended up coming in and hitting top of off. High quality bowling that from Bumrah.
On my way. Marked a location.
Actually get the ball moving both ways. A lot more coming into the right-hander, but also has the ability to take it away. You can see the previous one, the shine being outside, so he's just set him up beautifully, and this one coming in. And that was the previous over when they missed the DRS. The blue one indicating the ball going out. And he set him up beautifully, 3 balls. And this one was an hitting top of off.
Marked a location.
So he's thinking it's an out swinger, but no. Bumrah outthinks him. Yet again the in-swinger. Just how late it swings.
And it's the length that allows that ball to do that much more. And getting it further up. So skillful. It's 115 for 2.
So he's thinking it's an out swinger, but no. Bumrah outthinks him.
I play my song.
Marked a location.
All new hot and techy Brezza, the city bird SUV.
Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location.
So Bumrah.
Marked a location.
And it's Joe Root. This is a contest. He'll be looking to get it back in. He's got him out leg before in the past, early in the innings.
I reckon with the way Bumrah is bowling right now, there's a great chance that he could get Joe Root nicking off behind stumps, because as a batter you're always looking for the ball that's coming in, and that's what Joe Root is looking. But if Bumrah with his pace and amount is able to get off the pitch, one that goes away will be the one that troubles him a lot more. Because he plays the ball so late, always the chance the ball taking the outside is a real good spell. One of the world's best batter and the world's best bowler.
Thank you.
It's not easy as a left-hander bowling if you're playing Bumrah around the wicket when it's going. You know he can get the ball to move both ways. What's the thought process?
Yeah, obviously with the deception in the ball reverse swinging is certainly one challenge, but I love the fact that he's come around the wicket. You're bowling with a reverse swinging ball over the wicket to a left-hander. You feel as a batter you can only really get out caught behind. When the bowler comes around the wicket, it brings the stumps into play, it brings LBW into play. Those are the sorts of challenges that you come up against when you're a left-handed batter. Particularly when you're facing a bowler of the quality of Jasprit Bumrah. Obviously bowling the ball is one, but the deception in his action, very, very little change in his wrist position as the ball is coming down. Ben Duckett would have had a split second to realise that that wasn't the outswinger. Ball was coming in, very, very similar delivery. The swing, high skill, high quality bowling.
What a position of the seam. That seam presentation for you as it comes out of his hand. So he's got the tools. Swinging both ways, the Yorkers, you can bowl the bouncer certainly. Slower delivery.
Doesn't want to bring his left leg.
Slower ball. You can see the variations he has. He keeps you guessing as a batsman. It's a very difficult delivery to bowl, that last one that he's bowled. Extremely difficult. It can surprise a lot of batsmen. With a change of pace, it's 143 the previous ball. This is 122. A dip of 20. 21 Ks almost. And it loops into you.
Well, bolt upright seam when you're bowling 135, 140 and then completely use your wrist to deceive the batsman. It's unbelievable skill to have. Not many bowlers possess it. Some of the best bowlers, or rather some of the best exponents of slower balls, don't consistently have such a good seam position, and that's what makes Bumrah so special. And add the fact that he can bowl a sharp Yorker and a very, very tough bouncer, and he's hard work, to be honest, to face as a batter.
That's close. The finger's gone up and it's a leg before. Root goes up thinking he's nicked it. But this is terrific stuff. He's very confident. He's his bat.
Chief Umpire Director, we have a players review for LBW. Original decision out. I've checked the feet and it's a fair delivery. We start with spin vision, please. Looks like no bat. Can I check with Ultra Edge to confirm? Thank you. No bat involved. Ball tracking when ready. Impact is in line. And it's umpire's call on the stumps. So you can stay with your decision, Chris. Signal now.
It's Bumrah twice after lunch. And England now 117 for 3. Joe Root has to depart. And this is a magnificent spell of fast bowling straight away after the break. Root can't believe it. That's just the skill of Jasprit Bumrah. It has done him here. So Root departs for 2, 117 for 3.
लोन चाहिए तो पैसाबाजार.com पर जाइए। यहाँ आपको मिलेंगे 60+ लोन ऑप्शन, वो भी बेस्ट इंटरेस्ट रेट के साथ विद मिनिमम डॉक्यूमेंटेशन। पैसाबाजार.com, लोन सही मिलेगा यही।
Action-packed half an hour after lunch. Action-packed 21 overs from the time England have started batting. 117 for 3. And what a last half an hour we've had. Johnny Bairstow walks out to the crease. Courtesy a double strike from Jasprit Bumrah. 170 innings, that average under 38. Well, what does he have up his sleeve? 2 seamers operating. India had to change their plans. And what a change it was because of Jasprit Bumrah. 2 for 17 of 5 on a surface where you're thinking that the spinners are going to hold fort. It is that man on your screen. First, it was Ben Duckett, and then for the 7th time, Joe Root, who went past Ricky Ponting as the highest run getter against India when he was on 1. So a double strike to get India back. England still trailing by 73. Good afternoon, Kevin Peterson. Good afternoon, Sunny G.
Good afternoon, Karthik. Good afternoon, KP. Good afternoon, everybody. He bowled just 2 overs with the new ball. Then Akshar Patel was given the ball before lunch. There wasn't much time, of course, before lunch, so clearly the Indian captain wanted to see if there was anything in it for the spinners. The other end, of course, it was Ravichandran Ashwin who opened the bowling as well. So now that the ball is a little bit older, Bumrah is getting the ball to do all kinds of things as well. Look at this. When you look at that seam, the seam is actually pointing towards slip. And yet with the angle with which he's bowled, the ball has come in.
What's also unbelievable is just this morning when we were doing the pitch report, KP and myself were talking about how much the wicket has slowed down. Even this morning when we asked Hawk, and they said it's still slowed down a touch compared to yesterday. But that man, when he has the ball in his hand, makes the ball talk, gets the ball to fizz. It's just absolute skills.
Yeah, the guys we're talking about is wrist position and where he releases the ball from, and how it's exactly the same for all deliveries. So you've got to try and get some sort of indication at the back of his mark. You've got to try your hardest to watch that ball. You have to just monitor everything about Bumrah. There are times actually when the non-striker can have a look because he's a little bit closer to the bowler. Try and identify which side the ball is, got the shiny side, and then if you trust your partner and you trust him to get it right, your partner can actually hold his bat on the left hand or on the right hand to indicate which side is the shiny side. Because when you've got a guy bowling at the pace that Bumrah is bowling, and how he's attacking the stumps and getting movement both ways, somehow, just somehow, you've got to look for a clue.
When he begins his run up, he's covering the ball with his left hand. Don't think there's much that the non-striker can see as well. This is his spell. Ball coming back in. Look at that. Oh. And then going for an expensive drive. Look at that. He's really looking to set the batter up. That is it. That gets England's best batter, Joe Root, out.
There's not someone for overt celebrations. Over the years, we never see him celebrating in a big way. So he's charged up. You could make out once that giant screen showed that Ben Duckett would have been LBW. Maybe he had asked the captain for the referral and he didn't get it and he was disappointed. And then everybody felt that he shouldn't allow that to affect his bowling. It hasn't. It's absolutely brilliant. KP, get your pads on. You're facing Jasprit Bumrah. Off the mark there, Johnny Bairstow. Final ball of that over, 119 for 3.
I'm working on this case about the missing scientists. I've seen that before. This place, it takes us one by one.
Starts once again for the top 3 batters. Zach Crawley, 31. Ben Duckett, 47. Undone by a beauty by Jasprit Bumrah. And then Joe Root for the 7th time in their face-offs. Bumrah's got the better of him. Johnny Bairstow has just walked out. And every time there's been a wicket or an appeal, the crowd has erupted. Two for 17 of 5. How many more overs does the skipper get out of him in the spell?
Well, this is the difficulty. Look at Bumrah. He's holding the ball, so you can't actually see which side he's holding, the shiny side. Maybe Johnny Bairstow decides, hold on. It's a little bit too quick for me here. Let me just wait. Bumrah was ready. Rohit Sharma is now asking the umpire, what on earth is he stopping the game for? You know, all eyes on session. Bumrah's come in and he's delivered some incredible skill, unbelievable skill. I think as a batter, you've got to try and stand leg side of the ball here against Bumrah, and you've got to use your bat. If the ball's hitting the stumps, you've got to be hitting the ball. Here again, he runs in. It's brilliant camera work. This is what the batter will be looking for. Watch that ball. That's good. No, that's good from Bairstow. You've got to stay leg side of the ball. You've got to use your bat. Don't fall over to backward point. Really fight going to look too hard for the ball and your head ending up at backward point. You've actually got to make a real concerted effort. Ravichandran Ashwin is at mid-on at the moment, and you've got to make a real concerted effort to get your head to mid-on and just think head to mid-on, because that helps you stand leg side of the ball. As soon as you start getting onto the off stump and you start getting outside off stump, Bumrah attacks the stumps, you're dead and buried.
And you can see over here as well that what Johnny Bairstow is standing on leg stump. It'll be interesting to see a close-up of that. He's standing leg stump. A lot of the England batters take middle stump guard. From here at least, in the commentary box you get to see, he's standing leg and middle. And he's opened his stance just a little bit. So he gets to see what the bowler is doing. His right shoulder is still back. It's the left shoulder just a little bit open. It's very, very good thinking from Johnny Bairstow. Just making the point that he's doing exactly what you were saying, looking to stay leg side. See, he's looking to stay leg side. The off stump is visible.
It tends to stay leg side even when the spinners are bowling. That was the reason for his undoing in the first innings, bowled by an absolute ripper from the left arm spinner. By staying straight and by not covering stumps, does it still take you outside the off stump if you just stay straight and still protect your stumps, KP?
Have a look here. All his stumps are showing. He's going to make Jasprit Bumrah search even harder to get him out, LBW. Outstanding from Bairstow. So good from Bairstow. Complete contrast to Joe Root. But Bairstow now has employed the tactic that you've got to employ against reverse swing bowling.
So unhurried as well. Look at the way the bat is coming so nicely in line. Doesn't have a high back lift. We're not pushing at the ball as well. This is very good batting. He's just one of 7 deliveries. Just one. But he's just looking so solid.
Quite an upright stance for Johnny Bairstow.
No issues for Johnny Bairstow, none at all. Standing leg side, he's playing late, he's using his bat. And that's a good technique. Quite right, Sonny. He's just remaining calm and he's just taking all the heat out of the battle. The crowd is up. Bumrah's got his tail up. He's got 1 ball left on this over.
And you were expecting that Yorker to come because he's seen for 4 deliveries. He's getting a good side as he runs into ball of the 3 stumps. Even after the ball has been played, he's still seeing the off stump. Jasprit Bumrah. So he's just waiting for when the Yorker is coming. It went just a little bit full. But the thinking, look at the thinking behind Bumrah as well.
A single to finish that over. 120 for.
How many times have I felt this good? Let me count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many times have I felt this good?
120 for 3, a couple of overs to Mohammad Siraj, the last one to be brought on. It'll be Ravindra Jadeja time. Jarud. We were talking about this off air, KP, that he'll be targeting that stump and the pads, and this was the dismissal. Where did he go wrong?
Well, it's clear to see there. He's got his front foot onto off stump, just outside off stump, and he's not using his bat. So his head is at backward point. It's falling away to backward point. Whereas you had a look at Johnny Bairstow in the previous over, and he was standing leg side, and his leg side movement was weight straight down the wicket, not weight to extra cover. Big difference between the two players.
Very different feel this time around. A very short point, a catching point covers a fine point and a deep point to go along with the silly point and the slip on the offside. Just two fielders on the onside for Ravindra Jadeja. Goes straight to the fine point.
Well, there's no deep mid-wicket, no mid-wicket either. So the slog sweep will come into play. Pope's batting aggressively, 34 of 38.
It'll be interesting what line he bowls now with that field. It wasn't the best of starts for all the spinners. Actually, when you look at their analysis, you would never associate so many runs against them. That was Ben Duckett playing his sweeps and reverse sweeps.
Likes to hit through the offside, Bairstow. Does stand leg side against the spinners as well, and that's why there is a 7-2 offside field. He's just got to stay true to himself. He's got a bat tight.
Marked a location. Marked a location.
That 7-2 field against Jadeja, maybe he brings that out. But a bit more of Bumrah. 2 for 18 of his 6.
And you know it from what the golfers do. They can go and practice something on the driving range for an hour or two, but they know when they tee off, just do your thing until you feel completely comfortable with making a change and being confident in that change. You just keep doing it your way. And I think Bairstow's probably looking at the sweep shot and thinking, okay, let me try it and let me play it and let me practice it. He obviously doesn't feel comfortable right now to play the sweep shot. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. This is the biggest arena against the best players.
Well watched, because that slower one was not an easy one to pick. We've seen many a batter being deceived by it.
Done well to pick that, Johnny Bairstow. Very, very well. He's probably one of the only batters that have picked Jasprit Bumrah's slower ball. Yeah.
One more over after this from Bumrah, Saniji.
This is the 5th over that is bowling. Yes, one more, definitely.
Just looking at the different ways that players can play and the different techniques. We have been talking about Root and we've been talking about Bairstow, so why not show you all exactly the difference between the two. Root on the left, Bairstow on the right. Look how open Johnny Bairstow is. Open meaning he's wanting to use his bat way more. Joe Root gets into a position. Now look at his head. His head is almost at backward point. So far away. And look at Johnny Bairstow on the right-hand side. We're back live. And we'll go back to that now as Pope just clips one to mid-wicket. Bairstow is making a very conscious effort just to stay leg side. Stay leg side. Left leg out the way. Complete contrast to what Joe Root was doing. Way to play reverse swing is to watch how Johnny Bairstow is doing it. Stand leg side, play late, and use your bat.
He didn't move his left foot at all, unlike Joe Root, who went across. And therefore you're playing across the front pad as well. That's what happened. That's what got him out LBW. Looked like he was playing across the line, but that's because his front foot locked him up.
A quick run, Yashasvi Jaiswal with the throw. A good response from Johnny Bairstow. Slightly on the back foot when he started running, but made enough ground.
Yeah, he deceived him again with that slower delivery. But good response, very good. Very good awareness of the fact that you also don't want too many dot balls. Wherever there's an opportunity, steal a single. That's what they've done.
You're right about one thing, KP. He's taken the heat out of the battle of Bumrah. Everything is calm right now. Oh, how's he managed to squeeze that out? Jasprit Bumrah knew what he was trying to do. A sensational delivery, which has been kept out. 125 for 3.
Answers या selfie?
Selfie. मेरे पाप्स कहते थे, life is what you bake of it. मैडी की मैनेजर हूँ, उसकी कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर नहीं.
एक कुमारी मैडी से मिला दे बस.
Strip.
बिस्किट तैयार है, चाय मंगवा लूँ?
It's crazy.
Jadeja, none for 7. Ravichandran Ashwin getting Zach Crawley, and then a double strike from Bumrah. .125 for 3. England still trailing by 65. It's been a terrific spell of fast bowling by Jasprit Bumrah. Brilliantly kept out. But late in dipper. Reverse swept for 4.
Top shot that. KP, talk about it. You played it.
Well, they're not going to stop playing it, are they? They've made a conscious decision as a batting unit that they're going to fully commit to the reverse sweep. Ben Duckett, you're just waking up in the UK now and having a look at the score and seeing the scoring rate. Well, the scoring rate is where it's at because Ben Duckett gave it a good little tickle this morning. He reverse swept and reverse swept and reverse swept and reverse swept and reverse swept. He talked the talk before the series and said I was going to use it as a defense mechanism. And he walked the walk this morning here in Hyderabad.
One coming now, one coming to me, you and me, Jadeja.
So the silly point has moved to a very catching point, short point. This time some extra bounce, slightly shorter from Ravindra Jadeja. Good take by the wicketkeeper.
A little bit of turn and bounce. We're going to see more of that now, because the effect of the roller will have worn out by now. We'll get to see a little more turn, a little more bounce, particularly when Jadeja is bowling.
The shot fine moves back to that catching point, and the silly point is back for Johnny Bairstow. It's again a quick tuck to mid-wicket and a sharp single. The 26 overs have been bowled. England 131 for 3, trailing by 59, and drinks being summoned to the ground.
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
It is showtime! Attack the mark! Watch out! Marked a location. Watch out! Help! Awesome. Help! I got supplies. Marked a location. Marked a location. Thank you. Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location.
It does with a full toss. Bob gets to his 50. It's a very well played 50. And I think given the uncertainty and nervousness of the first knock, this is an innings that he'll feel very happy about and will stand him in good stead for the rest of the series.
Definitely. I think if he, just manages that start of his for first 15-20 minutes, I think he can get a lot of runs on this tour. He's quick on his feet. He has the shots. You've got to see if he gets wider in the crease or is he closer to the stumps, where the foot lands.
I got the impression when he bowled the first ball, that turn, that he had bowled it from a little behind.
You see, those are subtle changes from where they deliver. Jadeja can get very close to the stumps. See, this one, the last one, probably a little closer, not much. But he's someone who can come very close to the stumps looking for turn. It's 149 for 4. And also,
फटाफट लोन चाहिए तो पैसाबाजार.com पर लोन्स कंपेयर करो, सबसे कम EMI वाला लोन चूज करो, झट से लोन अप्रूवल और फटाक से पैसा अकाउंट में. पैसाबाजार.com, लोन सही मिलेगा यहीं.
he's round off stump when he's bowling from that angle. You see it probably a little wider. And yet on a good track he will get really close to the stumps to deliver.
Best to look so bemused. It was the equivalent of umpire's call. It was just nipping the outside of the off stump. Fielders vanishing in the deep for Stokes. It's not that stage in the innings though when he seeks to deposit the ball there. He's very solid in defence. You talk about Stokes, you don't often talk about his defence. Oops. Is there an arm ball coming?
Yeah, potentially. Going to be more interesting, I think, to see how Stokes plays this. He's certainly given himself a huge amount of time. Thinking about Ben, role in the team. It's always determined by what the team needs. It's just a given with Ben Stokes. Whatever the team needs, he will do it. He will have a number in mind as to what they think is a realistic target.
Yeah, exactly. Owen, I think he'll think just that, and accordingly he will play the kind of game needed, where sometimes you might need to get on with it, get closer to that clearing that deficit quickly, and then again drop guard and then bat long.
Let's get one here, lads.
And he's someone who has a great insight into the way the game should be played.
We've just seen a batter get out to a ball that didn't turn and went straight through, and now look at this. It's not even just gone past the outside edge, it's beaten him by a margin. This was someone who'd been set, played 58 balls for 52, one of the over, 150 for 4.
जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. It's all about the presentation. चाहे वो cooking हो या hooking up.
बिल्कुल गलत. कुकिंग में प्रेजेंटेशन से ज्यादा प्यार इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. I will teach him a lesson.
जे से पंगा लेना is not right. मैं इस ट्रोलर को अपने किचन में इस कंपटीशन के थ्रू गलत साबित करूंगा. It's a challenge.
I'm ready for the challenge. मैं इसको इसी के किचन में बताऊंगी कि मैं सही हूँ.
तो कुछ भी बोल, पर ये हॉट शेफ तेरी फैंटेसी जरूर बन चुका है.
नहीं, उसे पता तो नहीं चल गया कि मैं ही ट्रोलर हूँ.
Well, you said he's got a number in his mind. Both of you say he's got a number in his mind. I think that number will be, can people bat around me while we make another 170? It's far away at this stage, but Pope is batting well. They build a partnership. Hope that Folks hangs around in this tail wags, but 170 from here is probably what he's thinking.
And I think the longer he bats, the clearer in his mind he will get at that number. Finger will be on the pulse as to what the wicket is doing. Is it continuing to slow up and become more even when it comes to the bounce of the ball? It's a fantastic attribute. Be able to sum up what the team need right here and now. That clarity in thought and mind.
One of his great strengths is his ability to trust his defence in all conditions. And it's seeming where he has to leave the ball here, head forward, smother the spin. take his time. Because when the added responsibility of you being captain is on you, you suddenly come to bat on a surface where it's doing everything. You look at options how you can score quickly, but Stokes can be quite prepared to drop guard and defend like that. 150 for 4.
Hi Suzuki, play my song.
It's hard to take it, hard to take it, hard to take it.
All new hot and techy Brezza, the Citybred SUV.
Busy at the crease. Accumulated his half century very, very well. Certainly his move to number 3 under Stokes has worked. He will want to go on though. Establish another partnership with his skipper.
Worth bearing in mind though, I did mention another 170. It means you need to make 320. One team's made 436. The third innings is 320. 130 shouldn't be a big target then. Could all come down to the dynamics of a fourth innings chase. Oh well. Tell you what, that's a very brave shot, because he's just seen in the previous over ball turn almost square and he's willing to hit it cross-batted against the turn.
Yeah, it shows the confidence. Reaches half century. This ball was not there to sweep. A bit of premeditation, but the skill level. Sweep a ball so far in front of square into the vacant area.
It was the stride though, wasn't it, that allowed him to do that.
There has been a rhythm to his batting in this innings. He just refuses to get bogged down if there are 3 or 4 dot balls. It's almost as if, what do I have to do to get the boundary? And where should I hit it? And between that, there's solid defense. Not once in this innings has he gone into his shell. Always looking to score as well.
It's amazing. There have been 24 wickets lost before tea on the third day, and yet this game is being played at some rapidity. England are just under 5 and over. The first inning, I think they went about 3.6, 3.7. Everybody's scoring about 3.5 and over. 4 of the over, 154 for 4.
It's hybrid by nature, a silent predator. The new breed rises above all others. A new breed of SUVs. The advanced Grand Vitara rule every road.
Nexa.
There's a time when if you've made 300 runs in a day's play in a test match, you've done well. And that isn't 50 years ago. That was not that long back. By Ashwin. Oh, beautiful. And once again, slightly slower through the air, playing with the length.
Chief umpire to director.
The umpire wants to take a look at this.
For stumping. I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can you show me your best side on, please? Just the side on, please. Have you got anything from stump cam? Yes, looks like foot is still grounded. And the first one again, please. Yeah. Have a decision for big screen.
I think it might have come down to two things, a little uncertainty and maybe a spike. Maybe a spike at the front end of the shoe, but no more than a millimeter, I can assure you. Leaving a ball after one turn. It's good work again by Kona Bharat. He's been impressive behind the stumps. There was one angle you couldn't be certain of. The other angle, you got a feeling it might be slightly in the air from one of the angles. The other angle suggested maybe there was something on the ground. And the crowd's caught up to it. Immediately everyone said, let's check on the replay. Was Pope in the crease? I think he just bailed out of his action. Stokes gives the impression of being bemused by that ball. Just wanted to lose it somewhere, did not anticipate the length.
Yeah, just a bit more loopy, that delivery. Just went above the sight screen just for a moment.
Oh, it was in the air and fell short. This is such a wonderful over from Ravichandran Ashwin.
Yes, and for the simple reason he knows Stokes is in a defensive mindset, and he's just luring him with deliveries that are further and further up, forcing him into the shot.
Under 85 kilometers an hour. That'll be quicker. It's 154 for 4.
TVS Eurogrip presents Jeeto Dhandhanathan contest on Jio Cinema. Catch the India vs England Test series on Jio Cinema. Participate and stand a chance to win a ticket to watch the match live from the stadium. Here's the drill. Rotate that phone and answer the questions after every over, and voila! Don't miss out. TVS Eurogrip presents Jeeto Dhandhanathan contest only on Jio Cinema.
We've seen pace taking wickets. We've seen the wonderful subtleties of spin. This is good bowling.
I think with Ollie Pope, one of his strengths is how quick he is on his feet. To come down or go back in his crease. So early as well to Akshar Patel. We danced down the track and hit him down the ground. So he's looking to score. And that's your mindset, and things start moving. You're thinking positively.
Would you have this feel for Stokes? Deep backward square, mid-wicket, long on, all on the boundaries. Is he likely to play that kind of shot at this stage in the innings?
For me, I don't think he is. I think it's quite clear and evident that he's giving himself plenty of time. If I was in Rohit Sharma's shoes, I'd probably get a few more catchers or even people in closer to the bat and have fewer guys in the deep. Then if Stokes reacts in the manner he's trying to take an attacking option on, you can then react. But currently, Currently, there's not a lot to suggest that he is going to be aggressive. He's going to take time, give himself opportunity to build a partnership with Ollie Pope.
Very few play the waiting game better than Ben Stokes. A lot of times you see some of his great innings he's played, some miraculous recoveries, stunning innings where England have gone on to win. He's waited and waited that bit longer than a lot of people would have thought.
It's a very valid point. He can go from being a passenger train stopping at all stations to a bullet train in the flick of a switch. And how often have we seen that? Not just once or twice. He's got the ability to do it any time. And with England still 34 behind, I'm not sure he's going to be playing that kind of game at this stage. He'll play the waiting game. The proponent of baseball plays at his own speed sometimes. 1-5-6 for 4.
ना इधर ना उधर, इस बार टाटा IPL सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा पर।
Quite a few times we see that with Ravindra Jadeja. He has not released the ball, but it's the first point of contact and it's outside, so it's a no ball. (157 for 4).
Come on, everyone, let's make some noise with our loudest cheer for this momentous game. Let's go.
Yeah, 157 for 4. England trailing by 33. Yeah, the spinners in action. The game very nicely poised. Just Ben Foakes, the most recognized batter after this. And when you talk about this matchup, Stokes versus Ashwin. He loves bowling to left-handers, does Ravichandran Ashwin. You can see that dismissal count 11 times. He's got Sangakkara quite a few times. One of the greats of the game, Sangakkara, in Ravichandran Ashwin's pocket. 246, 248. So not to choose between the number of wickets against left hand or right hand. Alongside, afternoon to Dinesh Karthik and Kevin Peterson.
Hey guys, yes, DRS is something that has changed the game for the right arm off spinner to the left-handed batter. And for you left-arm spinners, Mazza, the right-handed batter. A little bit calmer the play now since Stokes has come in. A lot less frenetic.
Beautiful. But once he starts doing these things, once he goes between 80 and 85 kilometers per hour, that's a very different Ashwin. Because all those things will come into play. Side spin, overspin, the undercutter. Again, beautifully bowled. (157 for 4). Maiden over from Ravichandran Ashwin. Different trajectories, different speeds. Ravindra Jadeja searching for his rhythm here. What do you make of the approach so far, KP?
It's been good. I think it's the only way that they've been able to play, and you can have a look at the reverse sweep that has been played, and it has been played on numerous occasions. With the way that these guys are batting around the world and playing the shortest form of the game, it's almost like a cover drive. Almost like a defensive shot that Ben Ducker talked about at the start of the tour. Said he was going to employ it as a defensive mechanism, and he certainly talked the talk and he's walked the walk. Ollie Pope has played numerous reverse sweeps today. He's got himself to 57. I'm pretty happy with the way that England have gone about their business. Way better than just block, 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 nick and out. While you're out there, score some runs.
Brings out the big sweep. It's interesting because you talk about, is the surface menacing? Don't think that's been the case. And also what they've done beautifully is when overseas teams come here and they just start blocking against these three spinners, and then they get into their rut. And that has not happened so far. They've come and played their shots. And what they've done is they've also forgotten if they've missed and not played the shot properly.
The cover drive that didn't come out well for Ben Stokes.
KP, you heard that? He said that they treat the reverse sweep like a cover drive. So when he missed it, DK had a go at you, saying that the cover drive didn't come up.
Have you noticed how much I listen to DK?
Oh, shots being fired. Trying to bowl much quicker than he does on a consistent basis. Ravindra Jadeja, everything in excess of 95. Two runs coming off that over, 159 for 4.
Watch Indian Super League live on Jio Cinema, Sports 18 and VH1.
$104 runs in that first session, 4 wickets went down, 70 in this second session so far of 21 overs, and 3 wickets have been lost. 159 for 4. Just a gentle push and a single. Keep coming out with these nuggets. The IDFC First Bank fact: India's first series win against England came at home in 1961-62 when they won 2-0 in a 5-match series. That was India's first ever Test series win against England. Under the captaincy of Nari Contractor. In the air, and just falling short. Mohammad Siraj came charging in.
Yeah, change of angle. Ravichandran Ashwin hasn't bowled too many balls from over the wicket to the right-handers. He's stuck to around the wicket. Earlier in the piece, he bowled, I think, 3 balls to Zach Crawley, where he did come over the wicket. And then the first ball that he went back to around the wicket, he nicked him to Rohit Sharma at slip. The runs just keep flowing for England. Almost 5 runs and over, 4.5 runs and over. Scored at quite a rate. 28 runs England trail by. They'll want to get to that total with these two batters at the crease. They don't want to lose Stokes before they get level.
You can get into the mind of Ravichandran Ashwin after that first spell. You've played with him and you understand him very well. What would you have been thinking coming back for this second spell?
For a start, you'd have been thinking at that stage, Ben Duckett is batting and reverse sweeping a lot. What's the best way to stop him from reverse sweeping? I think he was playing the shot really well as well. He was able to hit behind square and in front of square, which makes it really hard for the bowler.
Oh, that's it. He's done him again. Absolutely brilliant from Ravichandran Ashwin. 12th time he's got Ben Stokes, and this is an absolute ripper.
Just talked about the fact that England would have wanted Ben Stokes to have been at the wicket when they went past India. At least that was the effort and that was the intention. But Ravichandran Ashwin, have a look at this. Oh, he's just so good. He really is good. He's incredible. And given half a chance with the ball in his hand, and he will do the business. Stokes was patient. He goes for 6. England in strife now, halfway, 163.
TVS Eurogrip presents Jito Dhandhanathan contest on Jio Cinema. Catch the India vs England Test series on Jio Cinema. Participate and stand a chance to win a ticket to watch the match live from the stadium. Here's the drill. Rotate that phone and answer the questions after every over, and voila! Don't miss out. TVS Eurogrip presents Jito Dhandhanathan contest only on Jio Cinema.
If you've missed the delivery, please wait for the action replay. Wait for the replay. Just a bit of swerve. As a batter who's been defending well, you're thinking it's coming straight onto your bat. But not to be. Ben Foakes at the crease. He was caught poking, was defending well before. He tended to push at one. And again, 27 runs is what England need to make India bat again. 163 for 5, and their skipper gone. Ravichandran Ashwin, he'll be supercharged after that wicket.
Yet again picking up Ben Stokes, but most importantly, he has this uncanny knack of trying to pick the wicket of the best batter in the opponent. That's a strategy that he's used over a period of time. It's been Sangakkara.
Sensational to finish. A straighter one to finish the 37, 163 for 5.
Been one of his great skills. Pick out the best batter and try to get him out. Ben Stokes slightly playing inside the line. Have to say a lot of credit to the bowler to get it to drift in and just turn enough to get the off stump. Real good bowling this. Change of ends, bringing in the much deserved wicket.
I think, TK, when we have a re-look at that, and I want to hear KP as well, I think he got done in by the drift as much as the little bit of turn, because it seemed as if he was protecting his pads, wanting to put bat on ball rather than allowing it to hit the pad, and then didn't know how much it would come in and then how much it would deviate post that. So just add that number. It was 11, 12 it is now. Effort, total commitment, and there'll definitely be a boundary check. Yeah, the good old footwork.
As we see Jadeja now spin it past Pope, it just felt like, and I don't want to be critical of Ben Stokes at all, because he's a mighty fine player and he's got England to some quite remarkable places over the last few years. But there has been a difference between the way that Stokes played and the way that Pope has played, the way that Duckett played. They've been very, very busy. They've been looking to score. They've been pulling the sweep out. It just looked like Ben Stokes had got himself into a bit of a hole where he was just defending. He's just looking there. I mean, that's a real half volley, and he's just looked to defend. And he has had real good success by batting for long periods of time and then starting to go. But I just feel that here in the subcontinent, you've got to look to score. You've got to look to use every opportunity to score. And that's what Duckett did, and that's what Ollie Pope has done. Crawley again, he came down the wicket, he donked a few over the top, and he looked very busy. I'm not saying it's about slogging, I'm just saying it's about looking busy. And that's what the other batters have done in the innings thus far. I just think Ben Stokes will be sitting in the dugout now going, oh no. And that's not a ball for Ben Stokes to just block.
.166 for 5.
ना इधर ना उधर, इस बार टाटा आईपीएल सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा पर।
Yep, 5 down England, still trailing India by 24. And one of their most important players is back in the pavilion. Dismissed at the bowling of Ravichandran Ashwin. It was courtesy him that England got to 246. But Ravichandran Ashwin, and it's going to be an interesting field for Ollie Pope.
You generally find a long on or a long off, but Ashwin has just chosen the one fielder behind, right behind his bowling arm. You see Ravindra Jadeja there.
Just bunts it wide of mid-on and will take the second, even taking on Ravindra Jadeja. There have been times where a batter is always saying that there is somebody in front of the side screen. Can they claim that with the fielder being there?
Unless you move. If you move, then the batsman has a right to not play and just move away and inform the umpire. But you can have a fielder there as long as he's stationary.
But isn't a fielder supposed to walk in?
Walking is definitely allowed, but not sideways, laterally.
On a turning wicket, it's so difficult to hit the ball straight. So I've just sat back in my chair here just thinking, what the heck is going on with this field? I mean, the easiest shot is to come down the wicket and just knock it into mid-on, and he picked up a couple. He's just come down the wicket there, and he's looking to do the same there, just hit it at mid-on. Now mid-on now.